Hey there, welcome to Hippie Happy Homeschooler. My name is Gina. I am hopping on here today to give you a quick tutorial on how we use the Good and the Beautiful Language Arts program in our high school. Also, I'm going to be giving you a couple of extra books that we are peppering in throughout the year to make it sort of beefier. We like to add in extra books into the curriculum in addition to what the Good and the Beautiful suggests for their program, because there's certain studies that I like to do together with my high schoolers. Some people like to just set their kids free once they hit high school and let them go on their own with online programs or their book work, but I feel that one of the benefits of homeschooling is that I get to have time with my kids and they get to have time with me, and we can be thoughtful about the subjects that we choose to work on together and explore and journey through. And literature is one of my favorite subjects. My heart is in it, and so it's something that I delight in, and I know that it's special for my kids as well when we sit down and we plow through a book together, or a Shakespeare play, or an epic poem. It bonds us, and it's a way to go deeper, to do a deep dive and have some of those really big, juicy conversations, as Julie Bogart says. And so we like to do both. We like to do the Good and the Beautiful, and then we add in a number of other books that I find to be compelling or important. So I'm going to go ahead and share that with you today. So first off, I wanted to share the way that the Good and the Beautiful has their layout for their high school program. Is they're numbered High School 1, High School 2, and High School 3. So they come with these, if you can see, these sort of magazine style booklets, and it comes with 10 for every single year. And generally the way that it works is every 2 magazines like this will go along with a book. So for instance, this one is from High School 2. It goes with A Girl of Limberlost. And so let's see, this is Unit 7. So Unit 7 and Unit 8 are paired with this book, with Girl of Limberlost. So the way that they flesh it out is they will have different readings inside of the booklet for the student to read about the author. First, to sort of set up the book, set up the author's life, sort of a biography. Then as they go through the book, they will have different vocabulary that they have to fill out. They will include, like in here, they included poetry, Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. They spend some time with that. There's a number of poems in here that they have included in the booklet of Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. They will have them usually diagram some sentences. They will have geography included as it relates to the book that they're reading through. They will also often have a drawing assignment for them to do. So as you can see here, they're drawing a moth. So they'll have a tutorial at the end of it where they spend some time doing art. And I believe that the way that the units work out is if you do a full year, each year is a high school credit. You can add on the suggested additional books for an honors credit, which we have done. I believe that the Screw Tape Letters is one of the honors credits that you can add, Little Women and Little Men, and it'll have a study guide that goes along with that as well. It also gives them, I believe, a half fine art credit and a half of a geography credit. So it's a pretty, I wouldn't call it rigorous, but it's a very wide feast. I would probably say that. It's wonderful. It's beautifully done. The drawings are beautiful. There's online videos that give them tutorials about the things that they're supposed to be writing about, if they're journaling something, or if they're doing an essay, or if they're working on a special form of diagramming sentences that is new to them. It will give them a video that pairs with it to explain everything. It is so well done. I cannot say enough good things about it. So just to kind of show you a few of the books that are included in some of these units. So A Girl of Limberlost, I already showed you. The Christoph von Schmid, that was also from year 2, I believe. Year 3, my high schoolers are doing the year 3 this year. The Little Duke. And then there's the Good and Beautiful short story collection. I'm really excited for them to get into that one. And then there's an Edgar Guest collection, The Call of the Woods. And so with that, it looks like year 3, which is where they're at, has about 4 books in it. So like I said, there's about 2 per unit, maybe stretching out to 3 magazines for 1 book, depending on which one it is. And so I have added in additional books that I find to be really important, and I want them to have the information or the experience of reading through some of these classics. And so right now they're working through The Scarlet Pimpernel because we are studying the French Revolution, so they're reading this. They are also listening to, we're doing an audiobook in our read aloud time for group work in the mornings of Tale of Two Cities, and cannot say enough good things about it. It's one of my favorite books. They're also reading the Iliad. I plan to have them, they're about finished with the Iliad. They're gonna go into the Odyssey for the month of September, and then the Aeneid for November. And then I plan to hopefully walk through the Divine Comedy, Dante's Inferno, Purgatorio, and Paradiso with them to carry that throughout the rest of the year. Some other reads that we're involving in our literature time is going to be Hard Times by Charles Dickens. We're kind of on a Dickens kick right now. We're also going to be working through Mere Christianity together. The Hound of the Baskervilles. George Orwell, 1984. We did Animal Farm last year and they really enjoyed that, so it should be interesting. We're also going to do King Lear as one of our Shakespeare plays that we do together. We try to do Shakespeare plays as a family in the morning time at least 3 times a year, but I'm going to walk through this with them individually apart from the group. As a group, I believe we're going to be doing As You Like It and Taming of the Shrew and one other. I'm not sure exactly which one yet. The other one we're going to be doing together is Macbeth. And then A Tale of Three Kings by Jean Edwards. If you have not read this, it's fantastic. It's the story of David, Saul, and Absalom, and it's a wonderful read. It's a quick read, so your kids would get a lot out of this if you involve this in their studies at any point. And then finally, I'm just going to be having them read sections out of Invitation to the Classics. It's a guide to books you've always wanted to read, all of the different classics, and kind of takes you through everything from Homer, to Shakespeare and Nathaniel Hawthorne and C.S. Lewis. It takes you through all of the different amazing, beautiful authors that we all know and love. So that is all I have for today for my juniors. That's what they're going to be working on. And I'm just excited for them. I hope we can fit it all in. Sometimes I overplan, but as it is right now, the pacing that they're doing seems to be working for them. As always, they always have a science read that they're doing, and they have historical readings that they're doing in pair with whatever historical time we're doing. So right now, like I said, we're doing the French Revolution, so they're going to be reading the Scarlet Pimpernel. Later in the year, we're going to be doing World War II, and so I will have some Churchill and a few other selections related to that time period as well. But anyways, I hope this helps you. I hope it inspires you in your own planning for your juniors. And just know that just because they're getting older, you don't have to completely send them off and expect them to do everything independently. While we do want to loosen the reins and give them that experience of managing their time and accomplishing, timelines according to what you've given them and checking things off of lists, we absolutely want them to be, governing themselves to a certain extent. Because you homeschool, you can still take the time to implement things where you're reconnecting with them throughout the day too. I think a lot of times as homeschoolers, we can sometimes, if we have a lot of kids, especially if we have, spanning younger ages all the way to the older grades, we can tend to just assume that our kids are fine, they're older, they don't really need us, but they do. They really do need that connect time with you. They want to share their hearts with you, and they want to learn with you. And, I do believe that quality time spent, especially with books, because it's like you're enjoying something special together. It's a little secret, like we have this movie that we've enjoyed together, or this book, and you've journeyed together through it, and it's beautiful. So that's it for today. I hope that this was encouraging to you, and I will be back in a couple of days sharing my 9th grade picks for literature, and then following that I will share my 6th grade picks. So have a great day.